In this video, let's look at number 15.9. It's the last one, chapter 15. We have these circles, and they want us to find the area, the shaded area. Okay, so this line is y equal x. So the circle has a radius of 6, so its area is pi r squared, right? And 6 squared is 36, so just write it as 36 pi. We could get an actual number from that, but, you know, we could just leave it as 36 pi too. That's a little bit cleaner, but either way works. We know that we could get the decimals if we want. Okay, so now it starts off easy, right? This is obviously 1/8 of the circle. Y equals x makes a 45-degree angle, so this is 1/8, right? This whole thing is 1/4, 1/4, 1/4. So this area here for the first circle is just 1/8 of 36 pi. And you can divide that and get a decimal, which would probably be a good thing to do, but okay, that's pretty easy. Now this one is 3 of those, right? So we have 1/8 plus 1/8 plus 1/8. So we have 3/8 of 36 pi. But this, they say this is the unit circle, so its radius is 1. This little guy in here has a radius of 1. So r equals 1. So its area is pi r squared, which is just pi, right? That's kind of cool because the radius is 1. So its area is pi. So we have to subtract out that part, right? Because we have to subtract out this part. So that area is the same thing as this. It's 3/8 of the whole circle. And its circle is pi. So we just subtract out that part, which is 3/8 of the unit circle, which is just pi. So 3/8 of 36 pi minus 3/8 of pi, which is what, 3/8 of 35 pi or something? Anyway, you can get that final thing. But okay, so again, a lot of times you figure out the area you want by taking the whole area and subtracting out the little area you don't, because it's not really a good formula for just the shaded part. Right? So you take the whole thing minus the small part. Okay, now this last one is the trickiest one. So I'm going to pull up my screen here, pull this up so we can make it bigger, because it's definitely the trickiest one. I'm going to make this picture nice and big. Okay, that should be big enough. That is nice and big. All right, erase all this stuff. Okay, the area of the full circle is still, it's the same circle, radius 6. So the area of that wedge is 1/8 of the full circle. We know the full circle is pi r squared, which r is 6. So as we already said was 36 pi. That's the whole thing. But we got to subtract out that little triangle. That's going to be the tricky part, right? Subtracting out the triangle. So it's this 36 pi, the whole wedge minus the triangle. Okay, that's the tricky part. Okay, the line, this line is this, which means that this point here is 2, right? The y-intercept when x equals 0, y is 2. So this distance here is 2. Okay, the height of the triangle, or whatever you want to call that, that's 2. So that's good to know. So the area of a triangle is 1/2 base times height. But it's not clear, like this here isn't really the base, right? It's not like this, so this isn't really the height. So what I'm going to do, and you just got to look at this, right, and figure it out, is what can we make like the height? And we got to use this too. It's just too good to not use. So we can make that the base. We can't really make it the height because it's not, yeah, it doesn't work. But we can make it the base, and then the height is this, right? That would be the height. And the height is the x value of that point. So if we can find that point, right, the x value of that point, where those two lines intersect, we can get the height. And then the base is 2, and the height we get, and then we can just go, area is 1/2 base times height, which is area of the little tiny triangle, and we can get it from there. Okay, everybody see that? Here's a triangle, here's the base, and then there's the height of the triangle, which is the x value of the intersection point. So we just have to see where this line intersects the line y equal x, which is this line. So that's not so bad. So you say, okay, so negative 1/4 x plus 2, when is that equal to x? Because this line is, yeah, y equal x. So y equals negative 1/4 x plus 2, when is that equal to x? let's see, add 1/4 x to both sides. We get 2 is equal to 1/4 plus a full, that's 4/4 x is 5/4 x. I think, right? 1/4 plus a whole is 4/4 plus 1/4. Yeah, 5/4 x. Multiply both sides by 4/5. I think that's right. By 4/5. So that should be 8 then 8/5. So x would be 8/5. Which, let's write that as a decimal. That's 1 3/5, which is 1.6. It's such a nice, pretty decimal. Might as well write it as a decimal. Okay, so the x value is 1.6. That's the height, right, of our triangle. So the base is 2, the height is 1.6. So the area of the triangle is 1/2 base times height, which is 1/2 of 2 times 1.6, which half of 2 is 1, which is 1.6. Okay, hooray! So this area of that little triangle there is 1.6. So now we just go the shaded area then that we want. The area we want is 36 pi, the full wedge, minus 1.6. And you can get a decimal for that. I don't think they give all the answers in the book. They just give like one of them or something, which is kind of unfortunate. But, you know, you can figure those out. It's kind of fun to see what they add, that is. Okay, so the trick here again is sometimes you don't know that there's no formula for the area you want. So you find the whole thing minus the part that's taken out. And that can be tricky to figure out the part that's taken out. You know, use your basic formulas. And then we just try to draw, you know, make sense of the base times height kind of thing. That was the hardest part here. Like, wait, because I wanted to make that the height, but then what's the base? It didn't work. So instead we had to make it the base, and then we could figure out the height. Pretty cool. All right, good. If you're on this one, it's your last one, then that's awesome and you're done. So, yeah.